It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And away we go from East Rutherford. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. They'll start the drive with Singletary. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Grabbed by Chris Godwin. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
No! Unlock line! Unlock line! Let's go now!
A give left side for Singletary. And he's able to get this down to the 36. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Hey! Check! Ready!
Here's Singletary again. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. They're going play action. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And the Rams have it now on his 8th pick of the year. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Hey, kill! 27, 26.
Prescott opening with a pass. He finds the rookie from Ohio State. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10, Prescott. He'll get this to come. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now.
Kill!
First carry now for Kyron Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. First down, here's Dak. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
Here we go. Here we go, 47.
Prescott here from the gun. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it, except for this defense that just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Fits it through the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, take.
From the gun is Prescott. Catch is made in close. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
Yeah! Here we go! Right take!
To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Yeah!
Williams does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line.
Well, now things get a little dicey for this offense. 1 down left before a big decision to make. You continue to try running it against a front that stopped you, or are you now forced to put the ball in the air?
They've held him out twice. Here we go. 3rd and goal.
There we go. 26.
He finds him right side. Touchdown, LA. And he'd already matched the career best of Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes at 50 passing touchdowns. That score now makes him only the 2nd quarterback to reach 51 in 1 year. And leaves just one man ahead of him, Peyton Manning, at his single-season mark of 55. Cardi with the extra point. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert! Come on, set!
Motioning the tight end now.
Ready!
On 1st down, this is Singletary. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Break!
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Set! Hut, hut.
From the 38. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Cameron Curl has it. And the Rams come through with a big close out our opening quarter. It's a big momentum swing on the final play of our opening quarter. Neither side separating much so far. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They have it following that interception on the final play of the first quarter. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Yeah!
Throwing on first is Prescott. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Yeah, here we go! Like that! Here we go, 46, 46, 46.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Yeah! Here we go, going to 54, going to 54. Why?
They send a tight end in motion.
26.
From the 20 on 2nd down. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
26.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Rams double their lead to 14. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Reload! Let's go!
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion.
Check go!
Handoff running left. Here's Singletary. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Tackle made by Cameron Curl. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Rocco switch. Here we go, here we go. Go!
Now stick with Singletary. On off a tackle, but he lost the football! And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Well, failed Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Okay, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great, what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that 2nd hit, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
Here we go, 46. 26.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Yeah! Here we go!
Dak off the play fake. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Not on the same page with his tight end. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
The offense not shy about sending him downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Yeah, here we go.
Prescott now on 3rd down. And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they come away with some points on that series.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Roll, roll, roll.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Into the hands of Dulcich. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a gain of 4. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Here we go. Set.
Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. And a man is there to knock that away.
You know, that is so hard to do. That's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Set. Ready. Ready, ready.
Back to throw now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Go!
3rd and long for him here. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down.
Gosh, you could just almost feel his eyes up here, Kate, getting huge, right? He was envisioning the return, and he simply dropped it. Got to secure that pick before you think of anything else.
Ready, set.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th.
Let's go now.
They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Running down the left side. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And he gets in for the 2. Successful conversion there, but it's still a 9-point deficit. Still a 2-possession game. So we've got ourselves a 9-point game now as they'll kick this off. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, kill. There we go, kill. 26.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Short pass brought in. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go.
So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Rams are on the move here. Second and 3 now.
We're going to 54. Wide. Here we go. 26.
Straight ahead with Williams. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Off the play fake, it's Prescott. He gets this one to Nakua. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go.
A tight end in motion now.
26.
Dak now from the gun. Throw complete to Williams. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
That's complete to Wilson. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Dak throwing again. That one's complete right side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Kill. 47. 26.
Another throw for Prescott. His pass caught by Nakua. And he's short of the first after a mile gain.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Wait, check. There we go, 47. 26.
2nd and 4. He throws a bullet to the center. He connects on the deep shot. It's an LA touchdown. We've seen him do a lot more to reach the end zone on a catch, Brock. That one was kind of fed right to him.
Yeah, they say the running backs have a nose for the end zone. You know who else does? Every skill guy out there, because they want to put a touchdown on the board.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams take a 16-point lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready?
Only 17 seconds left for him as they begin this drive.
Set it. Ready?
Throwing it to start this drive. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up second down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. They go play action here. He fires one deep down the middle. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by Tre'Davious White. And the Rams watch as the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Sanders all set to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
First down, here's Dak. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Yeah. Here we go. Go to 54. Go 26.
Dak out of the pistol. Cut out left. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. Third and just 2 to go.
So we're going to 53. 26.
Prescott here from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
Yeah, there we go. 26.
Play action, Prescott. Taking the deep shot there on first down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
26.
Throwing again is Dak. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Yeah, here we go. Right, take.
On third down, here's Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
Hunter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. Secures this at the 17. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. He picks up 16 on the good return. And it'll be Giants football. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Sack.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Roger McCreary brings him down that time.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
On target to Godwin. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
First and 10, it's Hubbard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here we go.
Second and 12 behind the sticks. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground. Malik Neighbors the one he was throwing for. And things look tougher now with third and long.
They would sure love to connect on some of these intermediate throws, those chunk throws. Getting a completion like that, well, not only does it spark your offense, but it just sets you up for even more aggressive play calling.
19 tight. Go.
Here he is on third and long. Pass complete to Dulcich. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Handoff running right, Hubbard. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Stop made by Braden Fisk. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be second and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Ernest Jones.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up fourth down.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Sanders all set to send it away. And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. They're out and set. First and 10.
Here we go, 47. Yeah! Here we go. Right there. 26.
From the gun is Prescott. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Giants get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. Well, Brock, they could have gone run to set up third and short, or they could air it out and try for more. They picked the latter, and the coverage was ready for it.
Sure was, Kate, and this is why I play in this position. You've got to have a short memory. You must flush it. I love the decision to be aggressive. I always fall on that side of the coin. But when you throw a pick in that situation, such a manageable second down, well, you got to learn from it, move on, and certainly flush it away.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Shut up.
They motion the tight end over. 2nd and 10 now. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Ready.
Working inside the red zone. Rolling left, buying some time. Now here he goes. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right, they win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Set. Hut.
This is Hubbard running left. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Giants parlay the interception into points. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
So now a big moment for the Giants as they line up for 2.
Viking 18. Check go.
They'll try to run it in. And he made the line of scrimmage, but not that goal line. Defense there to shut down that 2-point attempt. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Kill. 26.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He takes a pop and the ball comes out. And it's picked out by the Giants. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Handoff running left, Hubbard. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Give them a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Set.
From the 28. Into the hands of Neighbors. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Here we go.
It is cut left side. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot, second down coming up.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He's going to throw this one. Setting up the screen. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
No gain that time, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations.
Let's go now.
You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Ready? Go!
Don't try with Hubbard. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just a 1-yard pickup there. Now a call to make on 4th and goal from the 1.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. The Giants using their 1st timeout. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone. Throwing now off play action. And he's going to go down. They get to him on 4th and goal and complete the defensive stand.
I'm going to guess a little deal was cut there by these pass rushers in the huddle. You guys in the secondary, just buy us a little time. We don't need perfect coverage. Just tighten things up so we can get home. And boy, did they ever in a big moment.
Here we go, 47.
1st and 10, Prescott. Wilson's got it. One gonna go against the D. And this play heads out of bounds. Marker down though, Brock. Could be some free yards here. Just a momentary loss of focus, a break in discipline, and not a good moment individually as he gets hit with that personal foul.
Yeah, here we go. Hey, take. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. That's complete to Wilson. And he'll go down, it will say right at the 39-yard line. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Yeah!
Slot man motioned over.
26.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43.
Yeah, here we go.
Another run for Williams. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. They motion a receiver left.
26.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. They're across the 40. Nice run here. And he's all the way down to the 36. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Here we go.
First down, ball at the 36.
Hey, kill. 26.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Yeah!
They stay on the ground with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Rams leading by 7. They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Yeah! Here we go! Let's take. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 26.
He's back to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
Here we go! Let's take.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. He's down to a knee, and the Rams getting ready to celebrate this win.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second.
With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot. Enjoy the victory.
Here we go.
Out for one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And they get one more victory in a division champion season. That, of course, not the championship they're focused on, right, Brock? And the road to the Super Bowl will begin at home next week in the wild card round. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say so long from New York.